All right, United Matters channel guys, how are you? Bruno Fernandes' release clause has been revealed by BBC Sport, and that means in the contract that Bruno Fernandes went ahead to sign with Manchester United, they put out a release clause, and that means we need to know when can it be triggered, and that will really be very important on where he's obviously going to be playing at next season. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as don't miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name. Alejandro Garnacho has spoken again about his exit from Manchester United and his new life at Chelsea. And once a red, always a red. That's why we obviously have something to say about the player in the names of Alejandro Garnacho. Now, BBC Sport has the following to say about Bruno Fernandes, and they've told us that Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes has a release clause of £56.68 million in his current contract, which can be triggered by teams outside of England. Now, I don't really understand why a club of Manchester United didn't let Bruno Fernandes go, because in the summer, teams in Saudi were putting on table close to £100 million to sign Bruno Fernandes. And we kept him in here. After keeping him in here, the news surfaces that there is a release clause in his contract to leave the club of Manchester United, £56.6 million. And if you look at that, obviously it's a loss of £43.32 million, almost £34 million that you're obviously losing. And I think for Manchester United, all they want to gain is that amount of money they obviously went ahead, buy him from Sporting Lisbon. And when they have it, it's done business for them. I think that's it. They are not looking at what we call the profit and how much we can get from Bruno Fernandes and obviously build the club. You understand? So for me, I think if the release clause was there, it is just inserted in there. You get? Otherwise, if it was there, then why would a Saudi team come up for paying £100 million? You understand? Because we've gone ahead to see Saudi clubs have obviously gone ahead to really change their narrative and approach on transfers. Way back, they used to come up and obviously put in a very huge shift and they could put in a lot of money. But nowadays, they obviously watch how much they really spend. And we've seen it on several occasions, from them, leave alone that season, that sum of 2023, where they came. 2023 was 2024. I think those two summers, they've gone, I think 2024, that's when they obviously came in hard. 2023, 2024, they came in hard and they could pay abnormal money to obviously take players to their side, I remember Ronaldo going that side, obviously opened doors in the winter transfer window of January, and many went there. Chelsea used the summer transfer in 2023 to obviously sell players there, So this time round, I think that's not the narrative. You understand? That's not the narrative, and we are here to wait and see how things are obviously going to be panning out onto this transfer. But if a Man United fan like me, I would have gone ahead to obviously tell you what I told you in the summer when £100 million were put on the table. I told you we needed to obviously let Bruno Fernandes out of our business, and getting this deal at £56 million for me won't really get us exactly what we want. For example, teams like Real Madrid won't let a player like Bruno Fernandes go to a side like Saudi, and this really puts Saudi out of competition. And announcing this clause, it looks like it's the agent trying to obviously tell all the suitors in Europe that the player is available. PSG will 100% want to sign this player. Bayern Munich will 100% want to sign this player. And Real Madrid will 100% want to sign a player known as Bruno Fernandes. And that means that if a bidding war comes in through, maybe otherwise they can see, United can see getting 60 or 70, but I think or a team will come in through and really offer that money. And teams like Real Madrid are really wise. If they obviously spot out that they need a player like him, do you know what they're going to be doing? They will get this deal done even before the summer clocks. And they'll be like, we've gone ahead to agree with Manchester United, and we're getting in Bruno Fernandes. You understand? And for any wise club that wants to see all this happening, what they have to do is simple. They have to come up and obviously put in a very huge shift. And that huge shift should really see this guy called Bruno Fernandes really put pen to paper before the summer comes in through. And Real Madrid has signed a player known as Cristiano Ronaldo like that. They agreed a deal before the summer. You understand? So we wait and see how that pans out. But for me, I'm really not okay with that. But such news coming out also indicates that Man United and Bruno Fernandes are going to be cutting ties. That is it. That's the best information you can ever get from this. They are going to be cutting ties. You understand? How are they going to be cutting ties? One, when did you ever hear in the history of Manchester United that Bruno Fernandes is having a release clause? You understand? So that news coming out is an indicator that United is willing to sell Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno Fernandes too is willing to leave because he's not being played in his best position. Ruben Amorim has insisted that I can only play you as a number 8, not a number 10. And Bruno Fernandes knows to it that he can be he's one of the best number 10s in the world. And how do you obviously not play him in that position? Yet there are teams like Real Madrid who want to play him into what he thinks is his best position, the likes of Bayern Munich. And he really has some good 3 years still playing at top level because he's not an injury-prone player. You understand? So these are factors that you have to look at and really see what they really mean right about now. But Bruno Fernandes looks like leaving Manchester United is just a matter of time. And next summer, he's going to be a very big deal. And kudos to Manchester United also getting £56 million from a player who is going to be turning 30. Who is going to be turning 30, who is going to be turning 32 in the summer, is also a deal worth a while. And all their prayers are let him really perform very well and see to it that they really sell him. But we are yet to really understand whether the guy has a release clause in his contract. You understand? So that's it for Bruno Fernandes, and we wait and see how things really pan out for him. Now, we get to Alejandro Garnacho. Why did he leave Manchester United and choose to join Chelsea amongst all suitors that were really readily available? This is what he has gone ahead to say. Garnacho has said that when I spoke with the club and Maresca, it's important also the style of play we have. He explained a lot to me in a video call with me. It's a big chance to improve as a player in a team like Chelsea. That is what he really said. Now, obviously, if we know what players really say that I joined the club because the manager came up and really told me lots of things that I thought that will obviously fit in like a glove. But he scored this comes in through after he went ahead to score his first goal for the club of Chelsea, in the Premier League that they went ahead to lose. But that won't stop him from obviously continuing to really be that threat. I told people that there is a good player in Garnacho. You understand? And I think he just felt like he doesn't deserve to be at a club of Manchester United. That is it. But there is a good player in him, I tell you. There is a very good player in Alejandro Garnacho. You understand? So that is all about him. And I think he has obviously gone ahead to start for Chelsea today, in a game where they're really beating Wolverhampton Wanderers by 3-1, and they're heading to the next round. That is the EFL Cup. So your thoughts on to Bruno Fernandes' release clause revealed at Manchester United, and do you think it's really fair or not? And feel free to go into the comment section and let me know about that. And Alejandro Garnacho speaking why he joined Chelsea. Do you think he's really speaking the truth, or is really beating about the bush and really doing the normal shit that players really do, hailing players that they're really playing at a particular time in there? I'm out.